That rolls into, I think, something, connecting people to vision and 3-year visions. As we sit here now in a post-COVID world, 3-year visions are, I don't know if people can see past 3 years
I was going to
today.
say, it's hard to have a 3-day vision in the world today.
Yeah. But I think 3 years reverse engineered to 2, reverse engineered to 1, reverse engineered by the month to the week, and sometimes the day.
Okay. Well, I'll buy that on one exception.
Yeah.
It's got to be a living vision
100%.
so that it gets revisited regularly. So many circumstances coming at us, right, left, this, that, unexpected, unanticipated. Who knew? And yet that's the world we live in today. So it's good to set that 3-year vision and course. But boy, it needs to be revisited, I think, regularly and then as needed, as situations and circumstances present themselves.
Yeah, a living business plan to me is a hands down. And sometimes it's, business plan lasts an hour. I mean, and COVID showed us that. I mean, you have to be able to pivot and have a plan B. I don't think a lot of companies before March 15th of 2021 had a well thought out plan B.
No.
Yeah.
No, certainly not. And today you need the plan B, C, and D, I think, right? I mean, to get through it.
Yeah, 100%. And so 3-year vision is interesting because I think this is where I think a lot of companies get it wrong. They don't do a living pipeline like you're talking about. They're not living it every single day. And I think that the 3 years has to be very specific. The narrative has to be so clear. And one of the things I advise clients is go 3 years out, right? And write as if everything already happened. Be crystal clear in the narrative.
Interesting, yeah.
And then rewind it. So as you're working, you're actually moving towards something you've already written.
Yeah. John, what are some of the key things you like to see in that vision? So, you're not necessarily just talking about the nuts and bolts like sales metrics. I mean, those things are critical.
Correct.
But I think you're talking about a lot of other things that really underpin and support the business, its values, and so on. Like, give me an example.
I want to include that a very detailed story about how people feel within the organization, the internal people. Probably the best ambassadors are the people who work internally.
Yeah.
You and I can walk into probably many, many companies, and just by walking in, the feel and the energy of it, know what that company.
No question.
They're right.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of companies really tune into that.
Yeah.
And so in a narrative, I want to be able to make sure people are smiling, right? People are happy. People are following up. People are coming up with fresh ideas. Because if they're not, that means there's a problem.
Yeah, it gets a little stale. So what about triggers that would prompt you in the form of, like, say, key metrics that are not being met, key milestones, key metrics, goals?
Yeah.
That trigger, we need to revisit our plan. Because we're off the rails here, or we're excelling here. Maybe we shot too low.
Yeah. Well, I think reverse engineering all numbers is critical. I mean, everything is a numbers game.
Yeah.
And so it's really looking at each individual person and what they're responsible for.
Yeah.
Like, what is this person responsible for? What numbers are they responsible for on a quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily basis?
Yeah.
And if you're tracking that and everybody's accountable and you have an accountability system in place, accountability without authority means nothing. So you have to track. I think some people think that, they say, well, I don't want to be a micromanager. Well, you're only a micromanager if you micromanage people. If they know the path, what to do, what to take, what's
then you don't
next,
have to be.
You don't have to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Performance is there, yeah.
What do you think?
Set the vision? No, I think that's right. I think that's well said. Set the vision, execute, measure, revisit,
et
cetera.
Revisit.
Repeat, rinse and repeat.
Correct, yeah.